everyone, welcome to UTV Guna and our show, The Roaring Gunners from the City of Joy, with Saradeep from the Arsenal Bengal Official Supporters Group. Hi, bro, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you? I'm fine. I'm doing well. The weather here in India is now starting to get a bit more comfortable. So yeah, everything's good. And I do believe that things are not going well down there because of the heat wave and all.
Yeah, we had a
I was
really,
watching it in the news. Yeah.
yeah, we had a really strong heat wave earlier this week. Couple of days, Monday, Tuesday, it was really hot, like 39, 40 degrees, which for us is very hot, like some record-breaking temperatures we had. But it's cooled down now. So since Wednesday, it's like dropped down to like 28. Still warm, but not that really super heat that we're not used to here. So yeah, it's been a good summer. We've had a lot of sunshine in, not too much rain. Forecast is decent looking ahead as well. So yeah, good times in terms of the weather and good times for us as a team. We've been winning our preseason games. We've been making the signings, got another one in. It was officially confirmed by the club today. Zinchenko has joined us from Manchester City. So let's start by talking about him. Your thoughts on his signing?
I think it's a brilliant signing for us because Zinchenko is a kind of player, he's versatile. He can play as a left back, he can play on the left side of the midfield. And also, as Arteta mentioned, he started his career as an attacking midfielder. I don't think we're going to use him as an attacking midfielder, but a player who can do multiple jobs, who can cover multiple positions is something that we have been going for this season. You have seen it with the previous signings as well, with Gabriel Jesus and Javier Vieira, and I think Zinchenko's signing is exactly what we needed because the left hand side of our defense, we know Tierney. Tierney is a good player, he's a very good player, but he's very much. You never know whether he will be getting injured. He can get injured at any time. And his backup, if you say Nuno Tavares, I don't think is ready enough now to play for Arsenal this season. So it's a brilliant signing. I think Zinchenko is a proven Premier League player as well. He's a winner. He has won things with City in the past, and he's going to bring that mentality. And I think he's going to be a fantastic signing for us. He's a top player, and I'm really happy with it. Also, 30 pounds, 25 years of age makes sense.
30
Makes
pounds.
complete sense.
30, you forgot the million, bro. If it was 30
Yeah,
pounds.
30 million. Oh yeah, 30 million. Oh my God. Oh my God. 30 million. That's for sure. 30 pounds. I don't think 30 pounds give you, a donut. What are the cost of donuts down in London? So
Um,
yeah, 30 million. I think it's a good signing still.
yeah, it's been a good summer transfer window for us. So 5 players in now. Do you think we'll get any more players in?
Yeah, sure. I think we still need a winger. I think there have been reports that we are still looking for a winger at least because come on, let's be clear on that because on the left hand side, although we do have the likes of Martinelli, Jesus can play on the left hand side. He can play on the right hand side as well. But to give a proper backup for Bukayo Saka, we need someone there. Nicola Pepe, I'm really disappointed the way he has played. He got his chances in the preseason and he should have taken that because it was his chance, I think, to show Arteta that yeah, he belongs to this club. He belongs in his plans, but he has done absolutely nothing. Same goes with Reece Nelson as well. I think he has to go at maybe sell him or get get him out on loan. But Nicola Pepe, I think we have to sell him because otherwise he's nearing his termination of contract as well. I think his contract expires next season, so I think we need to make some decisions and regarding if Pepe or Nelson leaves, and I hope both of them will leave. We need someone on the right side of wing to back Saka up, and so I think we're gonna get a signing. I'm not sure about Marquinhos. I think Marquinhos he can play in the right. He played in the right hand side in the preseason games, but I think he's more for the future. I think we're gonna use him more mainly in the reserve. So I truly believe that there's still a possibility that we are gonna go and sign another player at least because I'm not sure. I think there've been reports that we're still looking for Yuri Tillemans as well. So we haven't ticked that, we haven't closed that avenue completely. So you never know. We may end up signing two players because it's always good to have options, isn't it? Because we are going to play a lot of matches in the next season, Europa League, on all those domestic competitions. So I think it makes sense. But I expect at least one more signing.
Okay. So wanted to ask you a little bit about the centre back situation now. So Saliba's back. Rumors are that he's going to sign a contract extension as well. It's great to have him back. We now have three really good centre backs. There's been some calls for us to possibly play three at the back. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it depends on the matches because you can't expect Arsenal to play three on the back at home against like someone like Aston Villa or something like that. I think maybe in the away matches against the big clubs, we can go with that kind of options. But I think at this very moment, I do believe the way our centre backs are, the situation of the centre backs is perfect because we do have three top quality centre backs and also another backup of them, Rob Holding, who is decent. Because I don't want to see Pablo Mari staying. I want him gone. So four quality centre backs makes perfect sense, and we do have a youngster, Ruel Walters, who can play and who has impressed me. I think I have to say that against Nuremberg, he looked the better. He looked better than Pablo Mari at least. So I'm happy with the solution. But if you tell me whether we should be going three men on the back, I don't think that is an option in the home games or against the lesser so-called lesser oppositions. As you know, it's a tough league. But maybe in some matches, away matches, especially against the top clubs, against like City, Chelsea, Liverpool, we can go with that because Saliba, as we can see that we have seen only the glimpse of him in the preseason, but he looks a baller, isn't he? Because the way he played against Orlando, also against Everton, I think he was solid. He gives you that that assurance that he's going to be there. So I personally believe that Ben White will be going down the pecking order at the start of the season because I do believe William Saliba, given his overall defensive play and also his ball playing abilities. I know Ben White is a super with the ball as well, but I'm gonna give Saliba the nod ahead of Ben White at the start of the season in the Premier League. So yeah, it's a good problem to have, isn't it? Years in the Wenger era, we used to say that we don't have defenders or defense is shaky, but at least in this department, Mikel Arteta has sorted it out completely, and it's only good for us. So yeah, very happy with that, and I'm going to believe that I really believe that William Saliba is going to be a top-notch player this season. I think we are gonna see some real classy defending and some real good things from him.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk a little bit about pre-season now. So since our last show, we've had a couple of matches, beating Everton 2-0 quite comfortably. Premier League team. I know it's a pre-season game, friendly match, but it's a nice win for us there. Played really well, especially in the first half. And then played against Orlando City, beat them 3-1. We know there's a big gap in class between the Premier League and the MLS, but still, it's another good win. They were match fit because they're right amongst the middle of their season, aren't they? So, it was a competitive game for us. And we've had two wins, three wins overall now in pre-season. But as I said, in the last two games since we last done our show, two more wins. So, what's your thoughts on how our pre-season's going?
I think decent because we have seen the way this is the perfect warm up. I think as you are preparing for the season, and it is going to be a long season as well. So I think this is a decent start. But the real test is tomorrow, isn't it? The real test that we have is against Chelsea because we'll have to see how we perform. Because yeah, we were very comfortable against Everton, but they got battered by Minnesota United. I think Minnesota something 4-0 in their last friendly game. So Everton, it's okay. Orlando City, yeah, they're a good team. They're among they have been doing well in the MLS, but in the second half, especially when all of when our most of the first teamers came on, we kind of really came into the game because in the first half, I think after they equalized, I think it was pretty even, and even I'll have to say that Orlando had a couple of chances, because of the poor defendings. But yeah, you have to say that the way our preseason is going so far has been good. But we have to cap it off, and the real test is tomorrow. I think if we do well against Chelsea, then we can really say that yeah, this team is going into the right direction. I still believe that we are going in the right direction because with the signing of Jesus, you can see the gulf in class that was attacked last season and this season so far. Although you may say it's Orlando City or it's just Nuremberg or it's just Everton, but you can see when the player that he is going to bring a lot for us. He's going to be a superb addition, and you can already start seeing that. So yeah, very happy and very content with the preseason so far. But we have to start it well. We have to continue this momentum to the Chelsea game tomorrow and towards the start of the season because yeah, we it's the season that only matters because if you win all the games in the preseason and then stumble in the season in the first couple of matches, no one is going to remember the preseason victories and all. So we have to keep a foot, level, and we have to work hard and keep on going this momentum, continue this momentum.
Okay. One thing though, so the performances in the first half against Nuremberg and first half against Orlando City were quite poor. You can see there's quite a big difference between our first choice players and the second players. Some of these second backup players will be sold, we know as well. But did you think it's quite a bit of a golf in class there and a bit of a worry?
Yeah, absolutely, because there are players that we really need to ship off. I can name five of them already: Nicola Pepe, Lucas Torreira, Pablo Mari, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and who's going to be another one? Maybe Bernd Leno. Because Bernd Leno won't be playing. So five players already there. We have to ship off. And if five players are leaving, then you have to bring at least one or two because we do have a decent 11. Our first team is superb. There's no doubt there. Even some of the backups that we have our goalkeeper sorted out. We have a right back sorted out. Left back now, Zinchenko is a left back is sorted out. Midfield is sorted out as well. The issues there are the wingers, and I'm still not convinced that whether we'll be continuing with only Gabriel Jesus and Eddie Nketiah as strikers because if the management's plan is to really promote Polar in Balogun, I haven't seen him in the preseason at all. I haven't seen Balogun playing in the preseason. Maybe one or two matches against I think against Nuremberg he started or something like that. It's been all Jesus and Nketiah. So I really think that we'll have to get that's where the point of more signings comes because the golfing class the difference of quality between the first team and the backup team is still there because all the players that will be leaving that the names that I have said or maybe more if we had Bayer in there as well and so these players are not in the plans so we have to ship them off for sure and to compensate their absence we'll have to buy at least one or two decent players because let's not make it too much because we can't be going with a bloated squad with many players who are surely not going to get chances because that creates a negative environment because when the players don't get chance they are not happy so the negativity kind of spreads so we don't want to go with a bloated squad but we need to fill the gap properly and I think the team is going to do that because this season at least in terms of our transfer policy I see a clear plan I see a vision there where a player has been brought on. The players that we have brought in so far, Zinchenko, Jesus, and Vieira, as I said, Vieira can play as an attacking midfielder. He can play in the midfield. He can play in either wings. Jesus can play as a striker. He can play in the wings. And the same goes with Zinchenko. Zinchenko can play at left back. He can play at the left hand side of midfield. So we are going with versatility. So whenever there is a injury or something like that, whatever there is an issue in the middle of the season or something like that, we do have players. We have the same player who can cover either one or two positions. So I think the plan is there. I think one more versatile player who can be who can play as a winger and also also play in the midfield will be good. But you know, so far I'm pretty happy with the way we have done. But there is still, I do believe, one or two signings are required to completely, gel this team and come completely, what should I say, build a decent unit who can really fight for the top four at least next season.
Okay. So yeah, not long now till the season starts. It's just over about what is it? Today's 22nd of July. So looking at just
12,
over
13 days. I
yeah,
think 2 weeks, 2 weeks, two weeks only.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, 2 weeks
yeah,
only now because we're kicking off on a Friday night, aren't we? So yeah, for us it's exactly two
yeah.
weeks now. Just two more preseason games to go. So we're rounding off, as you were saying, against Chelsea, the American tour. And then we've got Sevilla here next weekend. And then that's it. After that, Showtime, Crystal Palace. Let's hope we start the season well. It's really important. We know what happened last season, had a really poor start against Brentford. So hoping for a much better start. It's going to be a difficult game, but we're looking ready. We're looking like we've done some good business in the transfer window. As you said, let's hope we can get one or two more players in. There's still quite a while left for the transfer window in terms of how long it's open for. So it's good we've done all this business early. And now if we can just add a couple more players by the end of the transfer window, that's really going to set the squad up nicely.
Yeah, surely, we need at least, as I said, we need a winger if Pepe and Nelson leaves, because there's clear indication that either Pepe or Nelson won't be getting the chances, because in the left hand side we have Martinelli, we have Smith Rowe. On the right hand side, Saka is there, but as a backup of Saka, maybe we need someone who is better than Pepe. So I'm pretty sure that Pepe is going to leave. So in that position, we need one player, maybe in the midfield, because we know there are some issues which may not be in our hands, because there can be injuries, there can be, you know, suspensions. So in the midfield, maybe one player we still can sign. Also in the left back, I think Zinchenko is there. So and but he can play in the midfield as well. So probably one. I think one player is going to do. But I'm still going to say that we need another striker if we are not thinking of Balogun, who can be our third striker. Because I do believe that Balogun playing in the Premier League, either as a substitute or as a third choice striker, is still not ready. Maybe he needs to go on a loan to maybe to another Premier League club for this season, and next season maybe we can see him. But I will go with two signings still, one winger and one striker, given that both Nelson and Pepe leaves. But even without any outgoings of strikers, I need one striker more. I think that is going to make us complete.
Okay, let's hope we can get that business done. So yeah, just before we go, I just wanted to say rest in peace to an Arsenal fan who passed away today, Maria Petrick. She was a huge fan of the club, supporting all the games. I saw her at an under 23 game last season. And yeah, she was there cheering the whole game. Sad news to hear that she's passed away.
Yeah, it's a very sad news. I just watched it an hour ago, and I got the message, that she's no more. She, kind of epitomizes what an Arsenal supporter is. She used to support us in every game, in the men's game, women's games, academy games. She was there everywhere, and the way she supported, she kind of, it shows that what true dedication, what true love for Arsenal can make you do. So yeah, she's going to be missed. Rest in peace to her, and she's a legend, that's for sure. And we're going to miss her. Rest in peace, Maria. You've been a terrific ambassador of Arsenal Football Club, and we are going to remember you forever. So yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, she had a lot of energy. So when I went to the under-23s game, I had my children with me, and they were cheering with her. We were very close by to where she was, and hearing her singing all game, and my kids were hearing her, and it was nice. So she's gonna be missed for sure. Rest in peace to her. So yeah, that's all, bro, for this week's show. Look forward to seeing you for next week's show. We'll be discussing obviously the game against Chelsea, Sevilla coming up, and then previewing the start of the season. It's nearly that time now, so it's been obviously during the summer. There's not as much to talk about apart from transfers and these preseason games, but it's nearly time. Season back underway. Really excited for that. Look forward to seeing you on next week's show.
Sure, man, sure. And we hope that we can, get a victory against Chelsea tomorrow because I think that is going to be important because I really do believe that with the additions that we have made this season, we are not that far off from the so-called top three or top four clubs in the Premier League because we are one of the big guns and we are finally acting as a club who with intent this season, at least in terms of transfer that we have seen. We can't complain against the Crankes or because we have spent a lot of money. I think we are the high spenders in Europe this season. So we have to start the season perfectly because the manager has been backed properly. I do believe in this transfer window. He surely has got the players that he wanted. So it's now time to implement the tactics into the pitch, and both the onus is on the players and the manager to get things right because we don't want to start the way we started the season last time. 3 L's to start. It completely killed our momentum, and I think if you see, it played a huge part in us missing out in the Champions League as well because we missed out Champions League just by a point. So everything, it matters from the very first, and it will matter from the very first second of the first match this season as well. And let's hope for the best. Come on,
Yeah,
we have to do this. We have to do this right this time because I've been saying it for a long time. I said it last season that the last season was very important for the club, for the players, for the manager to get to the top four, but we didn't get it. But this season, I think it's make or break for Mikel Arteta this season because he has got everything now. He's in the club now. He's in the club for 2.5 years. This is going to be entering his third year at the club as he joined in the January in 2020, December 2019 as I must say. So he has got his time. He has got his players. I do believe at least most of that. 80 to 90% of the players that are playing now, I think it's completely his squad.
yeah.
Now it's time. It's time to
There's one
deliver
thing,
now.
yeah, there's one thing I'll run through with you quickly. A friend of mine sent me this earlier today. So he sent me the starting 11 for Arteta's first game. So if you look at the players that we had, the starting 11 was Leno. It's going to be gone, but even still, if he's in his stage, he's not first choice anymore. Maitland
Yeah,
Niles, again, a player that's likely to be gone, but even if he stays, he's not
yeah,
first choice. David Luiz, gone.
gone.
Socrates, gone. Saka, still here, thank God, going so well.
I
Torreira,
I I hope he stays forever.
yeah, let's hope he does. So yeah, Torreira, still here, but not even if he stays, he's not going to be first choice.
I think he's gone. I think he's in Italy right now. I think he has left the training. I
Okay.
think he has left the Arsenal camp in US. He's gone to Italy. So move to Italy seems imminent for Torreira.
Okay, and Xhaka still here. You would say still first choice, but we could be looking to put Zinchenko in that position. We don't know, but Xhaka, you would say okay. Out of the ones I've read so far, him and Saka are the two that are still here and starters. Nelson still here again, but not first choice. Could be gone as well. Ozil gone. Aubameyang gone. Lacazette gone. So out of the 11, just for two, as I said,
True.
Xhaka and Saka are the only ones that will be in our starting 11 as we speak now. So as you're saying, it is Arteta's team fully now. He's managed to get so many players out that he didn't want, bring so many in. that he wants to and playing his style. So let's see what he can do this season. As you said, it's going to be crucial for him. Another thing as well, quick one, is that I saw some trailers for the Amazon, the series that's coming out on
Yeah,
Amazon. Did you
all
see?
or nothing. Yeah,
Yeah, all or nothing. So
yeah.
it looks a bit. So there's some scenes from the training ground where apparently the players were fighting. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff of Arteta angry with the players and stuff. So it's gonna be really fun to watch that and see the behind the scenes stuff, see that different side to Arteta and players.
I think I am actually not a huge supporter of this thing because you just I think this takes away the privacy that the players and the managers that they deserve because I know that these things are cut, these things are edited, but still I'm not much of a huge supporter of this thing, knowing the club in at if someone may, disagree, they may say that yeah, it kind of, gives you the chance to look into the inner things, get yourself, accustomed, a lot closer to the club, the way it is operated, the way managers speaks or something like that. But I think I'm not. I don't know why I'm not a huge supporter of this. That the way the
Look,
things that
everyone's
are going
entitled
in the
to their
club.
own opinions. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. So some people.
Yeah. But yeah. I've seen. But I've seen of the. I think they started off with the club in Mexico. I think they started off with Chivas de Guadalajara, and then they have done in with Manchester City. I think they have done, and I think now it's Arsenal. I don't know if they have done any other
They done
clubs in
Tottenham.
this. They have done Tottenham, yeah. They have done Tottenham as well. So yeah, I'm not a huge supporter of it. I must say, but yeah, that's my opinion. If everyone has different
Yeah,
opinions,
everyone likes everyone's
it's
entitled to
okay.
their opinion. For me, like it will make interesting viewing. I believe very strongly what you say. That some things should remain behind closed doors, so that privacy is important. But there's some things that be intriguing to watch as well. So yeah, let's see how it is, and that whole
Yeah,
Bambi
absolutely.
anticipation as
I'm
well.
not,
They're going to talk about that, what went on with that, because we know there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with Aubameyang and Arteta and the coaching staff as well. So yeah, it's going to be intriguing to see what it's like. It's coming out 2nd of August, I think they're saying. So
yeah, it's coming out just before the start of the season. So yeah,
yeah, gonna be a lot to discuss in the coming weeks. Great to have the season nearly back. As I say, look forward to discussing it with you very
sure.
soon. Thanks for your time, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So that's all from us. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.